Hello, tennis fans, and welcome back to today's deep dive into one of the most intriguing early round storylines unfolding at the Qatar Open. The tennis calendar never really pauses, and after an emotionally charged and confidence-building run in Abu Dhabi, Alexandra Eala now steps onto another massive stage. This time, the spotlight shifts to Doha, where the young Filipina star prepares to begin her campaign at one of the most prestigious WTA 1000 tournaments of the season. With momentum on her side and expectations growing with every passing tournament, all eyes are now focused on one question: who stands across the net from her in this crucial first-round showdown? That opponent is none other than one of Europe's fastest-rising teenage prospects, 18-year-old Czech star Tereza Valentova. Despite her young age, Valentova is already building a reputation as a fearless competitor with technical sharpness and tactical intelligence well beyond her years. She is part of the new generation of players who grew up studying modern legends of the game, and she has openly spoken about drawing inspiration from two of the sport's biggest names, Novak Djokovic and Jannik Sinner. That influence is visible in her disciplined baseline play, her willingness to step forward and take time away from opponents, and her mental composure in high-pressure moments. Eala arrives in Doha, carrying positive energy from her recent performances. At the WTA 500 event in Abu Dhabi, she delivered a strong showing that reinforced her growing reputation as one of the most exciting young players in women's tennis. She secured impressive victories over Zeynep Sonmez and experienced Belarusian competitor Alexandra Eala, showing resilience, tactical maturity, and emotional control under pressure. Her run eventually ended in the quarterfinals against world number 11 Ekaterina Alexandrova. But even in defeat, Eala demonstrated that she belongs in matches against top-tier competition. Those results have translated into meaningful movement in the rankings. Starting that week ranked world number 45, Eala's strong performance pushed her to a projected new career-high ranking of world number 39 in the live WTA standings. For a 20-year-old still carving her path at the elite level, that climb represents more than just numbers on a ranking list. It reflects consistency, confidence, and a steady transformation from promising junior talent into a legitimate threat on the main tour. Now, she steps into the Qatar Open main draw, making her debut at this iconic Doha event, which runs from February 8th to February 14th. The tournament has historically attracted the best players in the world, making every match an opportunity to test limits and gain valuable experience. For Eala, this first-round match is not simply about advancing to the next stage. It is about continuing her upward trajectory and proving she can maintain high performance across back-to-back high-level tournaments. Standing in her path is Valentova, who fought her way into the main draw through qualifying rounds, defeating Irina Rodionova and Ella Seidel. Those wins alone show that she arrives match-ready and comfortable on Doha's courts. Qualifying matches often build rhythm and confidence, and players who survive that route can be extremely dangerous in early main draw rounds because they are already fully adapted to the conditions. To truly understand Valentova's rise, it helps to look at her background. She was born on February 20th, 2007, in Prague, Czech Republic, into a family already familiar with elite-level sport. Her mother, Jitka Janikova, was an Olympic-level sprint canoeist who represented Czechoslovakia in 1992 and later competed for the Czech Republic in the 1996 Olympic Games. Growing up around that kind of discipline and high-performance mindset likely shaped Valentova's approach to professional sport from a very young age. Her introduction to tennis came early. At just 3 years old, she picked up a racket after watching her father play, and from that moment, the sport became a central part of her life. She now trains at TK Sparta Prague, one of the most respected tennis training environments in the region, known for producing technically strong and mentally tough players. Training in such an environment has clearly contributed to her fast development and polished game style. Beyond tennis, Valentova is also pursuing academics, studying economics according to her official WTA biography. Balancing education with a rapidly rising professional career shows another layer of discipline, highlighting her ability to manage pressure both on and off the court. Her junior career results were nothing short of outstanding. In 2024, she captured both the girls' singles and doubles titles at the French Open, a rare and impressive achievement that placed her firmly among the top prospects in global tennis. Even before that, she reached the girls' singles final at the 2023 U.S. Open, further confirming her ability to perform on big stages and under Grand Slam-level pressure. Transitioning from juniors to the professional tour can be challenging, but Valentova has handled it with remarkable speed. She broke into the WTA Top 100 for the first time in July of last year, a milestone achieved after reaching her first tour-level semifinal at the Prague Open. That breakthrough followed victories at WTA Challenger 125 events in June and July, showing she could consistently win matches at higher professional levels. Her progression continued later in the season when she reached her first WTA Tour final at a WTA 250 event in Japan in October. Although she lost that final to Leylah Fernandez, reaching that stage at such a young age signaled that she is capable of competing with established tour players. At the Grand Slam level, Valentova is already gaining experience. Her best major result so far came at the 2026 Australian Open, where she reached the third round in only her third main draw appearance at a major tournament. That kind of early success often signals long-term potential, especially for players still adjusting to the physical and mental demands of the tour. Currently sitting at a career-high ranking of world number 44, Valentova holds a solid 24-19 record in tour-level matches, a win percentage of roughly 56%. For a teenager competing against seasoned professionals, that is a strong indicator of both consistency and growth potential. What adds another layer of intrigue to this matchup is that Eala and Valentova are not unfamiliar with each other. They have played once before, and that match resulted in a convincing straight-sets victory for Valentova, who won 6-1, 6-2 at the 2025 Japan Open. That result creates a fascinating psychological dynamic heading into Doha. Eala enters with something to prove, while Valentova carries the confidence of knowing she has already beaten this opponent convincingly once. However, tennis is never static. Players evolve rapidly, especially at this stage of their careers. Eala's recent run in Abu Dhabi suggests she has grown stronger mentally and tactically since that previous meeting. Her left-handed game, built around heavy topspin forehands and intelligent point construction, has become more consistent and more dangerous. Meanwhile, Valentova continues to refine her aggressive baseline style. She is comfortable stepping inside the court, redirecting pace, and finishing points quickly. That contrast in styles could shape how this match unfolds. If rallies become longer and more physical, it could favor Eala's movement and defensive-to-offensive transition skills. If points stay short and fast, Valentova's early ball striking could give her the edge. The Doha conditions also add an interesting variable. Desert conditions can affect ball speed and bounce, sometimes favoring players who use spin and construct points patiently. That could play into Eala's strengths, though Valentova's aggressive timing can still be effective if she controls court position early in rallies. Ultimately, this first-round match represents more than just a place in the next round. For Eala, it is another chance to prove she belongs among the sport's rising elite and to potentially rewrite the narrative of their head-to-head rivalry. For Valentova, it is an opportunity to reinforce her growing reputation and continue her climb toward the top tier of women's tennis. Matches like this often mark turning points in young careers. They are moments where confidence is built, rivalries begin, and future stars announce themselves to the wider tennis world. With both players still early in their professional journeys, every high-level match becomes part of a bigger story. As they prepare to step on a court in Doha, one thing is certain. This is not just another first-round match. This is a meeting of two ambitious young athletes who believe they belong on tennis' biggest stages. And when the first ball is struck, rankings, predictions, and past results will fade into the background. What will matter is execution, composure, and the courage to take control of the moment.